लक्ष्मीनाथ समारंभां नादयामन मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Namaskaram. I take this opportunity to share my thoughts for the next 30 days on Bhagavad Vishayam. For the last 10 years, I've been blessed by my Acharya, Lord Rama, Krishna, especially Andal behind me, who gave a wonderful opportunity to present Tirupavai. This time, there were overwhelming responses or asks to me to do the stories in English. There are a lot of non-Tamil friends who have asked me to share some stories in English. So, as an attempt, I wanted to tell a lot of stories. In fact, 30 stories for the next 30 days. This is the month of Margazhi in Tamil, Dhanur Madam in Sanskrit. In the English count, it starts somewhere around 16th of December and finishes around 15th of January. And this is a very happening month for the devotional people. The reason which this is happening month is Lord Krishna in his Bhagavad Gita tells to Arjuna that I am in different form in one. So he says, Mathanam aham Dhanur. In the months, I am Dhanur month, which is Margazhi month. So that is the reason Andal, who's behind me, actually chooses this month to tell her divinely Pashuram, which is Tirupavai. So we also are going to learn a lot about why this month is very significant, what is the difference between this month and the yet another months on the year, and with that we are going to hear a lot of story about Lord Narayana. So for the first week we will speak about a lot of stories about Lord Krishna, how he was to his fellow people. For example, as a son, how he was, as a husband, how he was, as a friend, how he was, and as everybody's lover baby, how he was. So it can be an example because we are husbands, we are wives, we are friends to people, we have dad, we have mother. So how Krishna has actually lived, how he has set an example to us to live is what we are going to see in the first week. During the second week, we are going to talk about another epic called Ramayana. So in Ramayana, there are a lot of characters like Lakshmana, like Bharata, like Sugriva, like Vibhishana. Other than Rama, who is the supreme God, there are a lot of characters who showed how to live life. Everybody had a meaning in their life, which is what we are also actually searching. What is the meaning of our life? If we take the example of Sita, what does she stands for? If we take an example of Dasharatha, what is he stands for? So each one have stood in their policies, each one has stood for the truth and lived their life in a very dharmic way. So the second week, we are going to focus about Ramayana and stories in Ramayana and morals of them. In Ramayana, you can talk so many things, you can talk about so many characters, but can you finish a 10-minute story about Hanuman? No way, right? So, during the third week, we are going to focus only about Hanuman, his knowledge, his wisdom, his way of handling things, his situation handling, how he was to Sita, how he was to Rama. So, we are going to focus a very specific thing in Ramayana, which is Sundarakanda. So, in Sundarakanda, it is all told about the greatness of Hanuman, the greatness of Lanka, the greatness of Sita, the greatness of Rama. So we are going to talk about Hanuman taking Sundarakanta as our story theme. That will be for a third week. Now we have focused about Rama, we have focused about Krishna. Now during the fourth week, we will be focusing about the other avatars like Narasimha, like Varaha, like Matsya. So we will be focusing of other avatars and we will be telling stories on that, which takes us to 28 days, right? So 7 stories for each theme, each week. So Margadi Masa actually has 30 days. So for the last 2 days, the heroine of this month, we should not forget, who is Andal, who is born in a small village near Madurai in Tamil Nadu. The village name is Srivilliputtur. Her father is a very big sage, and we used to call in South India, they are Alvars. Alvar is immersed in God's love. Alvar means who was immersed in God's love, who is not only immersed in God's love, who also makes us immense in that particular God's love. So the last 2 days is dedicated to Andal, who tells us a great philosophy of how to lead life. All these people have led their life with an example. So we are going to see a story for 10 minutes, and 2 to 3 minutes we will be having the moral out of that particular story. For example, if we see Devaki and Krishna, Yashoda and Krishna, Radha and Krishna, what is the moral out of us? Because that is very important, right? Everyone knows Rama's story. Everyone knows Krishna's story. I don't want to come and tell the first time. Have we not heard about these stories? We have heard about these stories. But what is the moral out of it? And how I can apply in today's world? Finally, my request is, these stories are going to be very simple. These stories are not going to be a very great philosophical things. Our ancestors have made things very, very easy for us. Just by storytelling, they have told so many messages to us. So what are we going to do is just follow them, just tell them, quote them wherever required, and then tell these stories. My only request is, please ask your children to actually listen to this, because those are the people who wants these stories. Those are the people who are going to face the situation. At that time, they will need to have a very positive mindset. They will need to have to how to approach a life and what and all are the situation even God has actually faced. If they are getting a difficult situation, my God, Rama has actually faced this. Sita has actually faced this. Krishna has actually faced this. Everyone faces some difficult situation in their life. So they should not think every life is gloomy, every sky is blue. So they should also know even big people have set an example and what story they are telling us. So I request you all to actually make your children to see this. I understand it's not going to be a 1 hour or a 1.5 hours discourse. It's going to be 10 minutes. If we cannot give 10 minutes to God, and what are we actually looking for? Please, I request you actually make your children to listen to these discourses. Let me know your feedbacks on this. I look forward to meeting you all in the next 30 days, and I am praying that Ramanuja, and I am praying Swami Vedanta Deshika, I am praying Andal, I am praying Lakshmi Natha to actually be with us, be with all to make this a grand success. See you all tomorrow with a great Krishna story. Jai Narayana and Jai Shri Krishna.